And the crowd goes wild. Thank you so very much. Listen, hang on a second. I don't sing jailhouse rock only because you gotta sing it right. Born to a body in the county jail. You have to go way up here. It kind of hurts my throat after an hour of singing it. I don't know Wooden Heart either. No. Okay, so see, I'm going. Yeah, see, I'll tell you something real quickly. Hang on a second.
Michael Jackson.
I'll show you the moonwalk. So I'll just give you a little quick thing about Elvis Presley. In his career, he started in 1953, and it was like, I don't know, $38 or something to make That's All Right Mama. And he stopped singing for a while, from 1961 until the '68 comeback. For 7 years he never sung, he never recorded anything. So in a 15-year career of singing and recording music, he recorded over 600 songs. So I only know 100. Because I've only been doing this for 15 months. That's the absolute truth. 15 months ago, I found myself unemployed, like many people do because of the pandemic. I used to sing in retirement homes and long care term facilities and assisted living, you know. Everybody wants somebody. I need to the moon when you play Mars is strong. Let me see my spirit work on Jupiter and Mars. In the world, hold my hand. So that's what I did for 15 years. I'll tell you, at 39 years of age, I went and sang in a retirement long care term facility. I sang some jingle bells and stuff. Not like Elvis, but I volunteered to go sing at a long care term facility.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. And I'll tell you, so I'll just tell you quickly. So there was a man who obviously he had suffered a stroke, and he didn't sing, he didn't nothing. He just sat there and he was drawing a picture. And I worked for a really good company. I was making good money, pension and everything. I'd probably be here already if I didn't quit. So at the end of it, he simply gave me a picture, and he sat the whole time, never said a word, but he just drew a picture. And I said, "We love you." And he handed it to me. And I left, and I had tears in my eyes. This was 2005. 5 months later, I was at the A&P. You know, I was on my way to work, you know, I had to pick up some snacks. So I walked into the A&P and I was looking for some stuff, and I'll just tell you a little story. Don't worry, we got all night, I'm not going anywhere. So I come across this little dancing bear. He had a top hat on and a stick in his hand. And it said, "Pressed here." So I pressed the toe. "Start spreading the news, I'm leaving today." He started singing, "I'm leaving." So I bought it. And that very day I walked into the supervisor's office and I put it on his desk. And he said, "What's this?" I said, "That's my 2 weeks notice, press the foot." And that, my friends, is a true story. So for about, the first few years, I did some awful jobs, just trying to make the rent, because nobody wanted to pay you. Because I did it free the first time. Anyway, 15 years later, the pandemic came, and The last time I sang inside for anybody was March the 11th of 2020. And then I found myself out of a job, J-O-B, you know. The job I quit, I'm okay with that because I knew I wanted to do something else. But telling me I can't sing is like telling me, listen, we're going to put tape over your mouth and you can't do anything. So I went outside, man. You can ask Chantel, she'll tell you this is God honest truth. I took this tennis ball and I took it a whole bunch of duct tape and I wrapped it around this tennis ball and I was slapping it against the wall with my hockey stick because I was bored to death. Because I spent the last 15 years singing for people. Somebody reached out and said, listen, Cameron, we canceled my mom's birthday, her 80th birthday. Do you think you can come to the driveway and sing a couple of songs? And I said, sure. And I messaged her back and I said, listen, I bought this jumpsuit. Oh, it was used. It was, you know, $600 used. So I said, hey, listen, better yet, why don't I show up as Elvis? So there's Elvis singing. All of me, why not take all of me? Next thing you know, people are just calling me up and say, listen, we need some joy, we need some happiness. We're all locked up and we're sad and we're bummed out. So can you come to the driveway and sing? I said, sure, what the heck? You're going to pay me? Come on, please, because I'm unemployed. So a couple times after doing that, I decided, why don't I do more and just start collecting food? Because I don't know, just something inside told me, you know, you're out here doing this anyway, why don't you collect food? So I did. The first time I collected food, it was 222 pounds. I dropped it off on April the 18th, 2020 to the Good Shepherd on Cannon Street in Hamilton. I got a memory like a steel trap. What were we talking about?
We don't know.
Sometimes, I don't believe me. I walk into the kitchen. You did this, walk in the kitchen? We all going there. We all going there. Yeah, that's right. Almost 6 years ago. Jeez, murder. So anyway, and then on another one over on Graham Avenue, I found in with the non-perishable foods, I found a bag that was made with all kinds of women's essentials in it, toiletries and things like that. And that's where the basic human essentials part of the tour came into it. I said, hey, listen, while I'm out here, why don't I collect everyday things like deodorant and toothpaste and all those kind of things that we all take for granted because we, you know, it's just like anybody go to the, unless your plumbing's messed up, anybody go to the kitchen sink and turn the water and it don't work? Anybody? No, you just expect it to work. Just like you've got toothpaste sitting in your bathroom. A lot of people have nothing. They brush their teeth like this, a little bit of spit. And I thought, listen, we can do that. So we made 50 cinch bags with 50 items for women, and we brought them to two different women's shelters. And then we went down to the encampments and brought bags of food. I mean, hundreds of pounds. And then a school reached out to us and said, hey, listen, we've got a lot of hungry kids in school. This is Canada. Do you know what I'm saying? We won the gene pool lottery. We living in Canada. A teacher reaches out to me and says they got starving students. So we packed up hundreds and hundreds of pounds of food and we brought it down to the school. We brought so much food that they had to buy can openers and a couple of microwave ovens because the kids were so hungry they wouldn't wait to get home to eat it. Then we separated kid-friendly snacks for the Mountain City kids and kids, the city Mountain Kids Club and City Kids. Then we did 30 turkey dinners, full turkey dinners, all the fixings. We wrapped presents. Well, Chantel wrapped about, I don't know, 173 presents or something. How many did you wrap?
All of them.
All of them.
All of them, by myself.
We went out a week before Christmas and we dropped off 30 full things to 30 different families. And then we went to Niagara Falls. I bought 50 backpacks that I had planned on using to buy basic survival items for people living in tents. If you can believe it, it's Canada. It's minus 20 and people are living in tents. Hurts my feelings. We put 80 basic survival items in those bags and I went out myself walking into the woods. There's no, I did. Walking in and she's like, something's going to kill you. And I said, listen, if that's the way I go, I'm doing something, that's the way I go. So I would walk in with the duffel bags and I would give it to them. There was tarps in there and mitts and hats and scarves and things people knitted. And there was a yoga mat, so because a lot of times they just have a piece of cardboard. So now we have 50 backpacks we want to fill up for students. We do this all out of our 2-bedroom apartment. You can imagine what it looks like. If you visit this group right here on Facebook, you're going to see some pictures of our kitchen. It don't look like a first world country, but it's a lot of food. So that's what we do. That's what we're doing. So this, coming here, this is like, I once said when I was really little that if I ever won a lottery, I'd make sure nobody goes hungry. I didn't win the big one, but I won. Because I want to make, with everybody's help, people don't go hungry. So, that's my story. And I'm sticking to it. Thank you. And this lady, she puts up with so much. I don't know how she does it, because I couldn't. She does. So I want to sing a little song. It was written by a fellow by the name of Del Shannon. So I'm going to, listen, I hate to break these up. With this side of the room, you're going to sing one part of the song. And this side of the room, going to sing another part. No, I'm just kidding. She's like, listen. She's like, I'll see you up in the parking lot, honey. See you later. So there's a little song. It's a little song called "Runaway." So I'm on this side of the thing, and I wonder why. Somebody open the door to the chicken coop or what? All right, let's have a little fun.